finally we got a conclusion to this truck. How many of you even remember this truck? It's been a few months since I started doing the videos on this truck, and we are at a conclusion finally, hopefully. I've waited and waited for a while to get a HVAC control module for this thing because it for some reason had some corrupted data or something happened with it. It didn't relearn the immobilizer IDs that it was supposed to when I put the new BCM in here, but got a brand new one, got it in there, programmed it, everything went through just fine, and now the truck has completely green tree. There is no code set in this truck at all, but the truck is still broken. So in the first video, yeah, I'll link it up here for you if you've not even seen this series. I basically determined that this truck was a lightning strike truck. A lot of you didn't believe me or had questions, you know, like thinking, you know, surely there would be some kind of witness mark or something of that sort. A lot of you thought battery was hooked up backwards, and that's what killed the modules. But no, this is 100% a lightning strike vehicle. For vehicles that get hit by lightning, they don't necessarily have to be hit directly by the lightning to have modules fail, go bad, or anything like that. Just one in close proximity will do it. A lightning strike does put off an electromagnetic field, and how many things on a vehicle is a coil of wire wrapped around something ferrous? You know, relays, solenoids, alternator, you know, there's plenty of it. So all it takes is, you know, an electromagnetic field to pass across those solenoids to induce current to then backfeed into modules and things of that sort, and basically burn modules up, kill things. So as a quick recap, this thing, what all did we do to it? We done BCM, EBCM, chassis control module, auxiliary chassis control module, alternator, all 4 window switches, and the HVAC module. And we're not done. Going through, oh yeah, into rear ABS sensors. That's an odd one. 2 rear ABS sensors. But when I was last here going through my final kind of go through everything, you know, I was putting in all the window switches, just double checking everything, make sure everything works. We had one thing that didn't work, and it does not set codes, and it's the radio. So 105.1 is the local radio station here, and if I turn the volume up, we get nothing. We have 0 AM FM reception, and also in the console here there's 2 USB ports. They do not work. Radio stations don't pick up, USBs don't work. So that led me into a path to actually finding the witness mark that you guys were wanting to see. This was actually a direct hit lightning strike, and they covered it up. So let me show you here. Let me get the radio pulled back out and let me show you what I found. So when I was testing the antennas, I wanted to test the antennas and the USBs here, make sure everything was connected, make sure nothing was tampered with. Everything, you know, is here, it's plugged up, everything is tight. There was no issues here. And so then I was like, well, maybe there's something wrong with the actual antenna. That doesn't explain the USBs at all, but the antenna, if you kind of see, something's had a wrench on here and it is actually just finger tight. This antenna has been replaced. Are you following me yet? Okay, let me get the radio the rest of the way out. So I took the radio out just to do a visual inspection of it, and let me see if I can get this to where you guys can see it. We may have too much light going on here. There you go. I'm sure you see that. A little bit of blackness in there. So let me get this lid completely off here. So there you go. There is your main point of entry, I believe, or at least one of them. This is the antenna, and you can see we've got burnt up trace all the way around. I'm not really sure how it got the USBs here, but somehow these are not working as also. So somehow this got those as well. The rest of the circuit board looks fine. I'm not really sure if it was able to just dissipate right there and find other paths to other things, but there you have it. The antenna is at least one point of entry for the lightning. So here I have a replacement unit that I got off of eBay. It is a exact match, except for hardware date, of course, is different because they were built different dates, but everything else about them is the same. Software is the same, part numbers the same. So I took this apart, and in the very bottom of this is a EEPROM chip in the bottom. So I actually, a few weeks ago when I got this radio, I took them both apart and basically just cloned the EEPROM in this. So we're going to stick it in here and see if it works in the truck and see if we get audio again. I'm not real sure the antenna cable itself might actually be burnt up. Because I mean, that would have been a lot of voltage, a lot of current. It was burning the circuit board trace up, so I imagine it could have burnt the cable itself up. If the antenna doesn't work, they're not too worried about it. They're probably going to ship it like it is. But they was wanting to get the USBs working, because that's a little more important. A lot of people use their phones nowadays, so they do want to hopefully get that working. So let's turn the key on, get this thing to crank, and see if it works. Oh, I gotta program it. See, we're GMC, we're Chevy. So we are gonna have to update the calibrations in this radio to let it know that it's actually a GM. Let's go home, audio. Let's get to 1051, go. And we got audio. So there we go. We do have audio. Let me get a USB port or something to check this. Still no luck with these USBs working. The radio doesn't recognize them. It doesn't charge my phone. So this might actually be bad as well. They might be fine with just leaving it like this with the radio working, or they may get a new one of these and try it. But first I need to program the radio, get it correct for the vehicle. And yeah, but the EEPROM did get the VIN corrected to where it will come on and play, so that's good. Let me just get the calibrations fixed in it and we'll see what happens. So somebody's gonna want to know. We're gonna go through it real fast. We're gonna hit replace and reprogram and hit next down here. And I've already programmed this truck, so it's already got the VIN slot for this truck. We're gonna get radio and programming USB file transfer. That's something you might have to do every now and then, not often. We're going to do programming and hit next. It's going to want us to pick a radio. I think we're in IO4. Let's see. Don't have a sticker. I'm pretty sure we're in IO4. So let's see. IOB. Let me find the RPO codes just to know for sure. Repair Link Shop's a great resource if you need RPO codes or something like that and you don't have a dealer. You can just call. You make an account. You have to do some other stuff, but make an account. It's free, and you search by the VIN, and you can click VIN attributes, and it's going to give us all of the RPO codes. So we're looking for IO. Let's see. IOB. We're in IOB. So I was wrong. We need to select IOB audio system and hit next. Oh, I don't know. SPS is probably going to give us some errors today. Great. Let's close it down. Let's try again. So replace, reprogram. And I always select replace, reprogram just because sometimes it fights you a little less. If you're doing some weird module swap things, it kind of doesn't pay much attention. Let's go down to radio, and we need to do programming. IOB. And radios went black because it's reading data off of it. And we're going to tell it next. And you see how it's got unrecognized? That's because I selected the replace reprogram. This is kind of things that it would shoot in there probably no matter what, as long as you hit replace or reprogram. So some of these are going to be like things that it's already got, like tuner there. It's just how it is. So we're going, like, unrecognized could also be it doesn't know that calibration for this vehicle. So what I'm saying, this makes it a little less annoying sometimes if you're doing some weird used module kind of things. So I'm going to let this just run through. It's probably going to take it a while because it's a radio. It is now finished. I went ahead and hit clear DTCs. Radio is rebooted. Let's turn it off. Let it turn off here. And we're going to turn it back on. And we should get a Chevy logo. Or nothing. I guess we get nothing. We get no logos on the base model radios. But either way, we're fixed. We got everything now. Let's see. Date and time. Set time. It is 10:47. Okay. Date. It is November the 28th, and we are in 2023. So there we go. Date and time's all set. Everything's happy. And I'll talk to him about the USB plugs. Chances are, since we've got AM/FM radio, they're probably going to ship it like this. I think they're just running it back through an auction somewhere. So, what an interesting truck. I don't know that I've ever put so many modules in a vehicle before. This one took quite a few, and even though, you know, 4 of them are window switches, they're still LIN bus modules. So, crazy truck. It was a fun truck, and they will be happy that they can now get this thing sold. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys later.